Hello and welcome to free Excel tutorial videos. In today's lesson, I'm going to show you how to use the SUMIF function with the date. Okay, so what we want to achieve is to sum up the year-to-date or amount-to-date sales. Okay, so you can do this with the SUMIF function if you remember to include a very important step that most users will tend to miss. Okay, so what we want is we have a series of dates and sales here, and say we want to calculate sales from say this date up to this date. Okay, and or this date up to this date. Okay, so we do not want the entire sum of the data, but we want a sales from a specific time to a specific time. So when we are using the SUMIF function with a date comparison, notice here, okay, I have the function over here. I'm going to show you. So this is the SUMIF function, and notice here that I've included the sign here, less or equal to, in double quotation marks. Okay, and I use the %, for saying and to link it with the today function. Okay, so this is very important for you to use in this SUMIF function. Okay, this is important so that when we want to search inside a name range, like this one that I have here, which is the date name range over here, and I want to search for this criteria, and the criteria that I want is to match the date which is less than or equal to inside the double quotation marks, and %, to join together the today function. Okay, so this is the today function, and when I find this criteria, these dates, I want to sum the values in the name range called sales. Okay, this is the name range. Okay, so the today function is a function that will depend on the current clock on your system. So when I open this say tomorrow, this one will show tomorrow's date, which is the 11th of July. Okay, so before we start on this formula, we have to create the name range, which I already did. We have the date name range and the sales name range. Okay, if you want to learn how to create name range, you can just check out my other videos where I teach you how to create name range in Excel. So let's come over here and create the formula from scratch. So let's use the type in. So we're going to use equals SUMIF. Okay, and this will now we want to enter the name range of the cells, which I call date. So you can either type in, or you can use F3, and I'll just use F3 to select the date. Okay, so okay, it's an error. You should use F3, select the name range, which is date. Okay, so I want to search inside date, this name range, for this criteria. So I'm going to put a comma, and for the second argument, the criteria, start off with the double quotation mark, less or equal to double quotation mark, and remember to put the %, and then we put in the today function. Okay, and remember to close the parenthesis, and then this is our second argument, which is the criteria. Okay, and let's put a comma, and now for the third argument, okay, we want to find the cells that match that criteria, and we want to sum them up, okay, in the name range called sales, which I created. So I'm going to use the keyboard shortcut F3. As you can see here, I have the name range sales. Click OK, and then we're going to complete the formula by using the close parenthesis. So now I have the sum for the sales running in the name range, looking for the date, starting from the first date, and based on the criteria less or equal to and today's date, and sum the amount from this date up till today's date, which is the 10th of July. So I'm going to press enter, and the amount that we have is 9043. Okay, so let's verify this. Okay, so this is the 25th of June, and this is 10th of July. So let me insert one row here, and let me sum this up. So the function is looking from here to here, from here to here. So let's sum this up with the auto sum, and you can get 9043. So the answer is the same. Okay, so that is how you can do this. And remember, the important step in this formula is to include the double quotation marks and the ampersand along with the today function. Okay, so that is how you can use a SUMIF function to calculate the month to sales or year to sales in Microsoft Excel. So that's it for this tutorial. I will see you in the next tutorial.